In this video, we're going to be talking about how I technically lost $1 million months. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I technically lost it. Now, I say technically because I'm not doing $1 million a month. I'm running right now around 200K plus a month, sometimes more, sometimes just around 200K mark, but multiple six figures. That's what you can sum it up to. Not close to $1 million months, but I believe it was during Q4 last year, right? It's also becoming to be Q4 right now. It's getting there, so we're close to it. And it's a huge story actually, but I was the time that this happened, I was in Turkey. I was visiting my family. We were running decent numbers up. I believe that month we even did close to almost like 300K, very close to 300K. I don't know if we hit that 300K, but very close there. This was last year in Q4, for context. And the reason why we technically lost the $1 million months was we were running it up. I was scaling the ads up. I was thinking to myself, fuck it, we need to go for it. I want to hit higher numbers. I want to go 500, 600K. And for me, the way I like to do things, I talk about this all the time. The way I like to do things, I like to just hit a huge number once, even if it's once, just to make sure I can put that as a norm for myself. If you hit 1K days as a beginner, you're not gonna want to do lower than 1K days. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear me. There's like bikes and there's like cars passing by. But if you hit a 5K day, the moment you hit 2K the next day or 2K the next week, you're gonna feel shit. You're gonna be like, fuck, I just did 5K like a couple of days ago. Like, fuck, I wanted to do 5K. And you're gonna get pissed off. And I've had the same, like, my philosophy is once you can hit those higher numbers, one, it shows that it's possible. And two, you're not gonna feel satisfied. And a good analogy is, maybe you guys know it, the world record for sprinting for 100 meters was not broken for 40, 60, 70 years. One guy broke it once, and it got broken, I believe, 3 or 4 times in the next upcoming 10 years. Because someone already broke it, everyone's limit, like the limit just removed, like, oh shit, so we can break it. Eddie Hall did the same. Eddie Hall broke the world deadlifting record by 35 kilograms or something. He broke it to 500 kilograms. Previous record was like 460. And now it's broken again by Thor, Bjornsson, whatever, 505 kilograms, right? Once someone already shows it's possible, that's the proof you need that it is possible. That's the proof that you need that you can do it. And that's the way I like to go about things. So what I did last year was, in Q4, I was thinking to myself, okay, fuck it. This Q4, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I'm gonna go stupid. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna hit 50K days. I'm gonna get 100K days. Fuck it, I can do it. Because my front end is there. So basically, I'm really good at marketing. I'm really good at selling. I'm really good at, being able to understand my customer in a sense where I can very easily sell anything to them. Tell me to sell this chair to you, I'll sell it to you. I'll sell water. I'll sell water to a fish. That's how I go about it. And reason why I also can do this is I also did door-to-door sales. Little side tangent, but I'll get into the story back on how we missed technically on 1 million days. So when I was doing e-com, I was running, I believe, like 50K, 60K months. And I did, at this time when I was doing these numbers, I was doing decent profit too. I was earning decent money. It was good for myself. 10K months, etc. profit for me. At this point, I thought to myself, fuck it. I want to take my skills to the next level. So I went in and got a commission-only sales job door to door, where we were selling charity to people. So you had to sell an emotion of getting into the charity. You're not selling anything physical. You can't give anything to them. It's basically an unfair exchange, basically, if you look at it like that. You're just asking them for money and you're going to give them a good feeling. You're selling them a story, right? So for me, it was always like, fuck, it's so hard to do that. But if I can do that, I'll be able to sell anything. And that's the reason why I got into that. So I'm not going into this at all. I believe this is the first time I've ever said it like online that I've actually had a sales job. I never even went into this, but it was a charity sales job. We would be selling on charities like UNHCR, for example, for women in Afghanistan, or I don't know, schools here, or there were floods here, or there was something going on, and we had to immediately go ahead and take some money from people to be able to give to that. And thing is, you do get paid as a commissioner, but the charity organization also gets paid, and usually people stick very long with them, so they have enough money. That's why they were able to pay us. But we're basically getting them the money, right? And I was really good at it. At my beginning first couple of days, on my beginning day, first day, I believe I did like 3 sales. Now, mind you, this shit ain't easy. Believe it or not, it genuinely is not easy. The average, what they would have there of all the people, like the top guys and the lower guys, I don't even think it would amount to like 3 or 4 sales a day if you take everyone's average. Now, the top guys, they're running it up. 2 to 3 guys, they'll get 11, 12 sales a day. Big money. And then majority of the guys would get 1, maybe 0. Some of them would get 2. Some would be around the 5, 6 mark, but majority would be just 1 or 0. I was doing something around 3 to 4 every day, and then I bumped it up to 5 to 6. And then there was even one time, a couple months later, I actually got up to like, I believe my highest was like 12 or 11 sales in a day. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much, but being able to go across all those doors, walk across all those doors, tired as fuck, having to sell a story to people, which is basically about something that happened that, you know, you're trying to get basically emotions across over, right? That put me in a position where I got trained to be able to attack people's emotions directly. So when you guys see me making these videos where I'm diving in on my laptop, I'm telling you guys, okay, this is what you need to dive into. This is what we're looking for. Pain points, desires, benefits, field alternatives, blah, blah, all these things that I'm mentioning to you guys about dropshipping. A lot of the times, the way I can see things, which I've heard a lot from people around me, especially my students, they also say this, like, when you mention something, you come up with an example straight away. You come up with a story straight away. And the reason why I can do that is because of the sales job. It's because I went through all of that vetting. It's because of me having to go through making all of those creatives, being able to put myself in a position where I'm looking at it from the lens of a customer and not at the lens as a marketer, right? And that way you can reverse engineer stuff and get it going. So that explains the story why I'm super good at marketing at the front end of business. Now, how we failed the $1 million months, or how I lost the $1 million, how I basically technically lost getting to $1 million month was, we were doing 30K days in Q4, right? I believe 30K, 32K, 33, 35K, right? Around there, those marks. And if I kept that shit going, 30K a day, around 35K a day, 33K a day would be $1 million a month, right? We hit 33K a day, we hit 34, I believe too. Then we had 35 call point something, or like 36 is the highest we ever hit. And this is in euros, by the way. In USD, that would be like almost 40K. So in USD, we would have gone to the $1 million months easier, but it's in euros. And the reason why I couldn't get there was because of the back end. And the reason why my back end was shit was because of knowledge. Because what I was purely focused on and what I was purely thinking, because I didn't get sold to the idea, but majority of the things that I was thinking about was just make money, just get the money in, get the money in. I was not thinking about customer relationships too much. I wasn't thinking about, you know, I should keep customers super happy. I should keep them, I don't know, like updated all the time. I should reduce my refunds. I should reduce my disputes. Of course, we focused on it, but it wasn't the primary concern, right? The primary concern that I had at least was money. More money, more money, more money, and more money. That's what I was thinking about. And after some time, when you do that, what's gonna happen is you're going to hit a couple things. First of all, there's something called creative fatigue. So a lot of your creatives do get fatigued after some time. Not very fast, especially when you're running brands, when you're running good numbers. But you're gonna get some creative fatigue. You need to keep pumping new creatives. You need to keep coming up with new ideas, new angles, be able to penetrate into their new emotions that they have or emotions that were there, but you make new videos on those emotions, right? You penetrate from new angles, sub-angles. You try to look at it from different perspectives, right? And that was not the problem. That was very easy to do. But the problem came in when the back end was crumbling. So running 30K days would have gotten me to $1 million months, but would have also meant I would have probably lost a lot of money, probably been unprofitable too. It sounds stupid, running 30K days, you would be unprofitable, not with the ads, believe it or not. I would not have been unprofitable with ads, because I know my numbers, but probably been unprofitable with the back end, with all the disputes, with all the extra rates they charge you with disputes on PayPal and Shopify. You get a dispute, you sold the product for $100, they put a extra $20, $30 on there. So I would have probably gotten fucked over by that. And that's also why I had to turn down the ads, was because a payment processor held on my money. So I had PayPal open. I believe I processed around, I don't know, like at that point for that month, it was around from PayPal like at least above 100k on PayPal. And then what happened was PayPal basically put a hold on all the money, and they said you ain't getting your money back. You gotta give this proof of delivery. You gotta give this invoice for this. You gotta give this tracking, give everything, right? I'm like, all right, cool. We ordered our stock. We have the proof. No worries. We have inventory. We work with our supplier. They're good. They're trustable. Send everything through, and they still hold our money. And that's exactly the moment when I thought to myself, okay, I need to fix something else. I need to know something else before I can get to those $1 million months. Now, running hundreds of thousands every month, it's, I mean, I want to say it's easy and it's not easy. When you have the knowledge, it's easy. But as a beginner, I would say it's not easy. Now, the only thing that isn't easy in my aspect, or in my opinion, is managing it. Being able to manage it every single day, right? When you have systems, it's gonna become easy. But when you're trying to go to those $1 million months, you need a whole new ecosystem. You need every single system that you have in your business, with every single employee that you have in your business, all to work on one same wavelength. If everyone or every system is not working towards the same wavelength, it's probably not gonna work. It's probably gonna crumble, right? So what I realized is, in order for me to sustain 200k months, I can keep doing what I'm doing. Not going to affect that much of the revenue, right? But if I want to get to 500k, if I want to get to $1 million a month, now that is where the hard part is going to come in. That is where the part is going to come in, where I have to implement new systems, where I have to implement new strategies, where I have to implement probably way many more A players, right? And since the moment I realized that, since last year, I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to look more into how to hire the best player, how to hire the best A players for your team, who you need to hire for exactly what situation, for exactly what position, right? And being able to learn this, been a nice journey, been a fun journey. But I'll be honest, I like other things a bit more. For me, the way I did it, I also talked to you guys about it. I'm more of the sales guy. I'm more of the guy that's marketing, just money. That's basically my approach to things. And it's a good approach, don't get me wrong. It's an amazing approach. But if you want to get to the next level, and this goes to say without me, also for you guys, if you want to get to the next level, you need to do something different, and you need to gather new knowledge, right? When I wasn't making any sales, when I started out, when I was testing product, when I was not making any sales, if I knew what I know today, I would have made sales the next day. I would have made sales the same week, same days, whatever, right? And it's all because of me not having the knowledge, and then having to be able to implement it. Now, back in Q4, I didn't have the knowledge to get to those $1 million months. I knew how to scale there, but I didn't know how to sustain it. And I was also not worth being that $1 million person that I was back then, because I also had a lot of bad things that I was doing, a lot of bad habits. I was not the man, bro. I'm telling you guys, a year ago, I was not the man I am today. I was not the man worthy of being able to achieve what I achieved, or what I would have achieved as in the $1 million month, right? I was not the man. I didn't deserve it. And I think it was also a lesson from God trying to show me, you're not there yet. You need to work on yourself first before you can get there. Now, I'm gonna get there. That's not the case. I'm gonna get there. It's without a doubt. But I have to be worthy of the $1 million months first. You have to be worthy of $10,000 a month first before you can get there. Because imagine this, I believe there was a statistic around 80 to 90% of people that win the lottery lose it within the next 3 years. Lose all that money. Why? Because they're not worth that money. They're not worthy of holding on to that. They don't know what to do with it. They're not the person that would have, how much do you win in a lottery? Fucking 20 million, 30 million, whatever, 10 million. They're not worth holding on to that money yet, right? I'm not worth holding on to millions every single month coming in. I'm not worth that yet, and I know that. And I'll let my ego down and say that right now here. I'm not gonna be trying to boast my ego. Oh, I am worth it. No, you gotta be real with yourself. And if you're not making any sales right now, if you're at a position where you're like testing products, you're testing creatives, you're trying to make it work, but it's not working, Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not even what the fuck you're doing. Maybe it's genuinely you. I genuinely think a lot of you guys put yourself on a pedestal. Now, the way I mean that is, for example, and I want you to take this in before I even go into it, with the least amount of ego as you can. So drop your ego to the fucking floor. Drop those walls. Just take it in with an open mind. A lot of you guys, I get on these calls, right? I had the call yesterday, onboarding call. It's a new student, Riyad. He's actually going to be joining the program today. Very good guy. He's actually been running his product. He had a unique product, and in a single month, he ran one product, and he ran, I believe, I don't know how many campaigns he ran, but he ran a couple tests, right? And he did at least, and on these calls, I get to see what people are doing, how people are doing it, and how people are doing it differently. Now, before him, I had a couple other calls, and one of the calls that I also had with someone who's also probably might join the coaching. Now, I don't know about this one for sure, right? But Riyad is definitely going to join. You guys will be seeing him soon. Also, very, very good guy. He knows kind of what he's doing. He just needs to be guided in the right direction. Exactly what I'm here for. So exactly what I'm going to do with him too. But getting back to the topic, I was on another call with someone else before, and a lot of you guys genuinely think you're worthy of having the money while you're not worthy of it. The guy that I was on the call with before, he didn't even have tested products. He didn't even have tested anything, right? Now, he kind of has a bit of knowledge here and there. He knows what he needs to do. He feels like he deserves the money. Of course, everyone feels like you deserve the money. I feel like I deserve billions, man. You probably do too. Now, I know I don't deserve it, but fuck it, why not? You get the point, right? So, a lot of the times, I get on these calls and there are these guys telling me like, yeah, I don't know what's going wrong. I don't know what's happening. Like, I'm testing so many products. I'm doing all of this. And then I ask them like, how many products have you tested? Yeah, like this week I tested like 3 products already, and it's on a Saturday. Like, I've done so much. Like, I've put in so many hours. I know for a fact, if you test a couple products a week, you ain't put in any fucking effort. Even if you put in effort, it ain't that much. Even if it is a lot, you probably didn't put it in with the right knowledge. Most of you motherfuckers out there are testing 5 products a week, or maybe 7 a week, 1 product a day, or good, or like fucking one campaign a day, 3 creatives. Ooh, it's not enough. Believe it or not, it's not enough, because you're not gonna gather enough data to be able to understand where you need to improve and actually improve and get to the next level. And then you got, and then you guys have the fucking I don't even know, like, you guys have the authority, or you guys have that feeling inside you, tell me like, oh, like, why am I not making money? Like, I should be seeing like 10K, I should be seeing like thousands of dollars. You're not fucking worth it yet. You've not earned your stripes yet. You've just tested 7 products. Calm your ass down. Sit the fuck down. 7 products ain't shit. 7 products. Some people test that in a day in my coaching. In a day, bro. Which you're a week. And then you feel like you've earned your stripes to be able to be worth and deserve 10K month, or deserve 1K days or 5K days. Fuck no. These people that test 5 to 7 products a day in my blueprint, like Kevin, for example, he's testing 5 products every motherfucking day, almost religiously. Besides that, he's working on his brand. And he's testing 5 products a day, almost fucking religiously, for the past, I don't know how many fucking months. Months, not days, not weeks, months. To keep shit going. And besides the 5 products a day, he's testing new creators for the winners he's already got going. That is what it takes to be able to get to his level where he's running, I don't know, last he was running like 5K, 6K days. How much is that a month? I don't know, 50K, 100K months, 150K months. I don't even know what the math is. You get the point. If you want to be worthy of going to those 5K days, you need to be able to test a shit lot more. Put in a ton of more effort. Put in a ton of more genuine fucking work. And here's the most important part. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to know what you're doing wrong. A lot of you guys don't even know what you're doing wrong. I get in these calls, man, and we're talking about, I usually get on these discovery calls. So if you also want to book one, if you want to invest in yourself and actually make a change for yourself, go book one in the description below somewhere. But I get on these calls and I also review you guys' store. I check you guys' ads. I just get onto it. I give some advice in the meantime. And majority of the times on these calls, I go over the creatives, or I go over the products, or I go even over the website. The simplest thing, the website. I can see with 99% of you motherfuckers, you guys ain't even putting in effort. Your website looks so fucking shit, but looks so low effort. It looks like it's made up in 10, 15 minutes. You know what a customer is gonna think when they come onto that website? They're gonna think, what the fuck is this? Fuck am I supposed to be looking at? Like this ain't giving me trust. I don't want to buy from this. And that is because you don't know what the right website looks like. You don't know what real work looks like. You don't know what a good product looks like. You don't know what good creatives looks like. You don't know what works in order to replicate what works, right? For me to get to that $1 million a month that I told you guys about, that I missed out upon, I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't have a mentor that did $1 million. I didn't have someone that gave me a framework for $1 million a month. I didn't have someone to give me a blueprint to go to that $1 million a month. I didn't have someone to show me what I needed to do with my back end, what I needed to do with my ads, what I needed to do different with my products, what I needed to do different with my supplier. I didn't have someone to show me how I can literally replicate their $1 million a month. Now I'm going to get in a mentorship program myself. And it sounds crazy. I mentor you motherfuckers. I mentor, majority of you guys are beginners. You guys are not being able to work. I understand it, right? I'm really good at helping you guys. I'm doing multiple six figures myself a month. Right? I can live into those situations again. Like I understand it too. I start new brands here and there sometimes too. So I understand the struggles. And this is the part. I know what it is to go from 0 to 10K, 0 to 100K, 0 to 200K, 0 to 300K, right? But going from like 500 to 1 million, that's a whole different level. Believe it or not, you need to have then you're not even drop shipping, or you're not even a brand anymore. You're a full-blown fucking business almost. So you need to handle it like a business. Now for me to get there, it's gonna sound crazy, like I said to you guys too. I also need mentors. I have mentors right now in place to be able to help me to get to that $1 million a month. And the reason why I have that, same with my physique. I have people that are coaching me on my physique, to keep me accountable on my food, to keep me accountable on what I eat every day, to keep me accountable on my supplements, to keep me accountable on my vitamins. Not only just for my physique, also for my mentality. Also, so my mental space is going to stay there. You guys keep wondering how I make these 30-minute talks. It's been 22 minutes that I'm making this video. I always mention the time in the videos. I don't even know why. But for me, it all flows. It's all, I'm from the moment I wake up, 4:25. I wake up every fucking morning, 4:25, 4:30. I do my prayers, I read my Quran, and then I get straight to work. Coffee, water. I drink 4 or 5 coffees until 6 a.m., bro. I'm telling you. Horrible. But hey, you gotta stay awake. You get the point. For me, from the moment I sit down at my desk until 10 a.m. before I go to the gym, which is like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 4 to 5 hours, something like that. That 4 to 5 hour period where I'm doing genuine deep fucking work, that is my flow zone. 4 or 5 hours straight flow. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because I invest in myself, I invest in my mentality, I invest in my knowledge, so I know how to get into flow zone. I know how to put systems in my place so I can keep working. I know how to put systems in my business that are going to get me from 50 to 100K, that got me from 100K to 200K, that got me from 200 to 300K, and that are going to get me from 300 to 1 million. That are going to get me from 500 to 1 million a month. I'm not talking 1 million with a brand, or 1 million with, I don't know, in a year or this or that. I'm talking 1 million in a month. By the way, let me just clarify that real quick. And you guys are still talking here about, oh, I can't make a couple thousand because I'm not trying hard enough. Cry. It's crazy. I'm telling you, these calls don't upset me. It just gives me insight on how you guys genuinely are sometimes. And now for me, I wasn't like this. I wasn't thinking to myself, oh, I'm not putting in effort. Oh, why is it not coming? I didn't give a fuck how much money I made. I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna test like a motherfucker. If my competition is testing 10 products a day, I'll test 20. Fuck them. If they're testing 20 angles a day, I'll test 50. Fuck them. That's what I was thinking. That's what I'm still thinking. Because for me, if I don't have the knowledge, let's say I didn't have anyone to show me where to go. If I test 50 angles a week or a day, 50 angles a day, one of them is going to do better than the other one. So then I can look, okay, this motherfucker did good, this did bad, this did decent, this did horrible, this did like mid. Okay, what can I improve on these? Why are these good? Why are these shit? If you don't have anyone to tell you why, you have to figure it out yourself. And the only way to figure it out yourself is by getting the knowledge, some fucking how, and the best way to get it is by making the mistakes. So how I got to my first winning product was just testing like a dumbass. Something hit. Well, it was not like a dumbass. I did things that were actually good. I had a good product. I had a problem-solving product. It was with an upcoming trend. Even on Google Trends, it was an upcoming trend. It was a fucking amazing offer. It was following all the product economics that I talked about, right? It was following the lightweight. It was easy to ship. It was very low cost of goods, right? I could offer it with a buy one get one free, and it would still basically be the same cost of goods. But again, those were the things that I did because I kind of had an idea what it had to be like, but I didn't know it yet. I didn't have the blueprint that I'm giving you guys, right? But I kind of knew what the fuck I needed to do. So that's why that's why I'm able to get success so quickly, and how I've been able to turn my life around so quickly. Now, for you guys, it comes down to knowledge. If you don't have this, if you don't have the grit inside of you, or if you don't have this analytical mind inside of you where you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sit the fuck down, test 10 products a day, I'm gonna see which one works, why it works, which one gets me sales, why 10 of them didn't get me sales, or 9 of them didn't get me sales, or 1 did, what did I do different with that product, why is it a little bit different, what did I do different with the ads, what is different on the offer, what is different on the website, what is different about that product comparing to the rest, and why did it get the sales? If you don't have that analytical mindset, you need someone to tell you what the fuck to do. And the best way to do that, watch my YouTube videos. I'm telling you guys. I posted a video yesterday. This was 2 days ago. 57 minutes, 1 hour long. 1 hour long, not a talking video. 1 hour long. I'm on my laptop. I was here on the same exact fucking desk. Not on this chair, I was on this chair. On the chair next to me. But the whole idea was 1 hour, I was sitting behind my desk, showing you guys how I would speed run a full brand from zero to getting the first sales. I went from finding a product, I went to making a website, throwing an offer on there, making everything complete about the website, making video ads, making the static image ads, and I have other videos on my channel somewhere anyways about running your ads. You can even watch other videos of, I don't know, some random guy that shows you how to run ads. If you follow that 57-minute video, you know what to do, you apply it to yourself, follow some random guy's video or how to run ads on Facebook, how to run ads on TikTok, you run it, pow. That's it, 1 hour of your fucking time. But the idea is, you motherfuckers ain't gonna watch 1 hour. I don't know the metrics. I'm gonna actually post this on my story probably. Because it actually pisses me off how little effort you guys are putting in. Because thinking back about it, so many of you motherfuckers don't deserve it. Like, I genuinely mean it. So many of you motherfuckers don't deserve it. Now, I don't deserve $1 million a month because I don't know the knowledge. I ain't putting enough work to get to $1 million a month. Now, I'm putting 5 to 6 hours in the mornings of deep work, right? After I'm done with the gym from 1 until 6, I put another 6 hours. So I put around at least every day, 10 to 12 hours of deep work. Not miscellaneous, shallow work, not some bullshit fucking work, deep fucking work, right? Usually when I'm done with my gym sessions, I have my team calls, we just check back on everything. I have a call with my partner just to check back on everything every single day, just to see how everything is going, just to see his ideas, where we're gonna go to, right? Then I have calls with my team, and after that I have calls with my students, I have calls with my mentors. The whole day, packed, every day. But the idea is, you do 2 hours of work a day, you think that's enough. Come on, bro. It's crazy. But I'm gonna post that on my story probably right after this video. I'm gonna post it straight away. So I'm gonna end the video soon because I'm gonna check on that video. It's 1 hour long. I wanna see how many people, I don't know, it's got a couple hundred views right now. I wanna see how many people literally watch from 0 minutes until 57 minutes. I wanna see how many of you motherfuckers watch that, and I could bet you all my motherfucking money right now, all my net worth right fucking now, probably it's less than 1% of you motherfuckers. Probably less than 1% that watch the whole genuine video. Why? Because you guys are lazy. You guys don't really want to make it. I've literally giving the blueprint on how to do it. These type of things I also share with my boys in the coaching, and I give it on YouTube. It's crazy. It's stupid to me that now knowledge going from 0 to 100K is out there. I put it out there too because it's relatively easy. Especially, I mean, for me, it is easy. If I start a brand tomorrow, I'll take it to 100K within a couple months, easily, right? But going from 300 to 500K in my case, or going from 500 to a million, that's the hard part. That is genuinely the hard part. Revenue, of course. I'm not talking profit. That'd be crazy. Then you have to be doing like 3 to 4 times those numbers. Especially when you run bigger, your profit margins are gonna drop. So if you run 100K with like 30%, with a million, you're gonna be probably under 20, probably like 17, 18, unless you have something crazy going on. But probably because there's so many costs. But getting back to the point, it's all out there. All you have to do is just take it. Now, I'm gonna leave with a quote so you guys actually understand how I've not been able to get to $1 million a month. And this quote goes for me. This quote goes for you guys. And the best way I can explain it, it's about knowledge. What you need to do with knowledge is just like life. Grab it by the fucking balls and squeeze the fuck out of it. Go for it, bro. I'm telling you guys. Alright, that's gonna include the video. So I'm gonna post it on my story right now. So if you guys are seeing this, it's on a Friday right now. You guys probably will be seeing this video Saturday, Sunday. So grab life by the balls and go for it.